Okay, we are live. Hi. We're going to do a little bit of research now. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, the one other thing that was kind of nice was Rayson tweeted out the sponsorship. Where is he? Where did Rayson go? There it is. I'm pretty happy about this. Okay, so these are the experiments that I ran. .9 E7. What? It's 20 mil. And we also have these 12 mil. Well, these are definitely more solves than before, right? I'm pretty sure the only thing that I did here differently was just made the network bigger, right? Yeah. Look at this. So if we do this one. This is like this super sketchy thing. And if I do this one, now we have lots. They're all like 12 mil, I believe. They've got sketchy curves, but good evals. Not all of them even have sketchy curves, honestly. These ones are good. Okay, so... Hey, Kinvert. These forks faster? Exactly. Oh, let me go check something for you to see if this guy replied. I don't know if he has yet. I'm not great about checking Slack. He has not replied yet. He probably will, though. From the thing that we discussed last night. Okay, I mean, these are not even that slow, right? Like, we've got some pretty decent curves in here. Like these couple here, right? These two are really nice. I gotcha. Oh, I gotcha. Boom. Let's see if we make a little progress on our sweeps work today. I have... Today Wednesday? Technically, I'm doing this until Sunday. But realistically, well, no, Sunday's gonna suck. But 2 more standard training days before I get to eat food again. I mean, this one's actually pretty good looking, right? Like, If we say this thing is pretty much solved at 8 mil, still considered to be like 2 mil by normal. It's progress regardless. Take a look at this thing. 512 hidden policy. Do we have any wacky parameters? Really? No wacky. Ooh, that's wacky. Holy. Okay, yeah, that's really wacky. We will have to go see what the heck that is. Low entropy, gamma lambda, okay. So actually, pretty much everything else is reasonable. There's just one crazy thing. Lips are also weird. Well, we have something to work off of, though. This. Let's make sure that we can get our work. Oh. Yeah, this isn't good. The fact this never gets to 20. But this one. What the heck is this thing? Why is this thing bad? Oh, because it crashed, whatever. AFBR. Let's go see about this run. Low taper fade. Not really, I'd hope not. I tell them explicitly never to do a fade. I think they did kind of cut it a little close this time. Dumbasses. It's not really a fade, though. It's not bad. Yeah, no, that's not really a fade. Okay, so here... I gotta say, I think I timed this whole thing just about right because I don't think I could do this whole routine for another week without, like, losing strength and speed and stuff. It's like cutting it close. It's cutting it real close. I'm pretty much finishing up in California as well, so I'm probably gonna head out sometime next week. Why is it this fast? Nah, there's something weird with that, isn't there? Oh, maybe not. Yeah, that's a solve. So that is honestly really good. Huh. So that is a factor if you look at it, right? This is frame skip 1. This is the main thing. Oh, I didn't even do... We check envnum envs. Didn't even check this. 256. And this produces the way smoother curve, right? Like 8 mil. Yeah, we can cut this down, can't we? Hello, we are working on compute data trade-off analysis. We're trying to figure out what needs to be done with Puffer to make it handle high data and like not super high data regimes. And to do this like cleanly, relatively automatically of this sort. So I'm confused why Atom Beta 1 is an absolutely insane value. If I just set it back to the reasonable thing, does this just crash it? It doesn't crash it at least, but it's way worse. I have a group on Twitter I can ask about this. Where's the dang thing? I'll ask the hyperparam people, or the optimizer people. Prioritize replay is different as well. Learning rate, everything is a bit different. Optimizer stuff is really the bizarre thing. Do we check this across? Let's check this across M's real quick. Across typers real quick. If I just do this, this. Yes. Heck. Something screwy. Oh. Okay, so it is actually... There is a distribution over these. Okay, so maybe it's not insane. Fine. Could just not be super sensitive. Could be just variants that work for everything. That's weird. Very weird. We'll do. I think we can get this in 8 mil, right? If we get this in 8 mil, this is the same as a 1 mil solve. If it solves in a mil, because I had like crazy frame skip before. Yeah, it's already above 20 in 6 mil. This is good. This is a perfectly good result. Can I go down to 6 and still have it solve? Hello, Jess. Still works. Worked. Is this just gonna keep going? Nah, it doesn't look like it, right? Not gonna full solve. Alright, so you need 6 mil. That's not bad. That's a good start. What are we working on? We are working on more hyperparam stuff. We're just generally trying to figure out more data, less compute, less data, more compute. That trade-off. If I can automate this sweeping so that we get the parameters along that trade-off curve, we can basically automate all the rest of the science we need to do. This is fine. It only takes 6 mil param. So this is what? I think this is 20. No, 8. This is 16x less data than we used before. Okay, this is so 16x less data for about 6 times the amount of compute. That's not bad, right? That's not bad at all. That's very good. Okay, so the next thing is going to be, can we get our multi-sweep code to handle this? And before I do that, let me go, because I forgot to do one thing. I'll be back in like 30 seconds. Data is max, total steps. Compute is the amount of time in seconds it takes to run the experiment with our optimized implementation. You could technically do flops, but we're going to do compute and wall clock. Okay. Next thing is going to be to try to get this to repro in our new setting here. Right, this box. I mean, wall clock is the practical metric for most core research. You're way better off having optimized wall clock and then try to optimize sample up than the other way around, let's say. Like, way better off. Mm-hmm. Make it a little easier on this thing, right? And stuff. Million. 0, I believe. What changes compute? Model size, number of updates. Lots of different hypers affect compute. Lots of different hypers affect compute. This. We're good with this, yeah? Good to me. So, let's see if this multi-sweep works. I would think that it should. And then perhaps what I can do is I can review some PRs, depending on how this goes. Because we actually, one really cool thing about this project is there are environments that I've kind of just thought about and wanted somebody to make for a while, but I didn't tell anybody. And then I just look, and on GitHub, people have made a bunch of environments that I've just wanted for a long time and have PR'd them. That's pretty cool. Fatigue is brutal. Okay, here we are. So, leave this alone. Check some PRs. Free games for Puffer to play, exactly. There are works on hyperparam optimization. There's substantially less work on it for RL specifically. Technically, it doesn't matter that much, actually, if it's RL versus not with HPO. There are a few differences. There may be a few differences. I mean, you can check the blog post that I have, which is proteins based on Imbue AI's carbs. Look at all of these. Look at all these. Is this the same? Okay. Fine. Hmm. Holy. Um. The heck? Ah, I see. Yeah, I think that they did not mean to PR this here. Okay, config net torch net. This looks like who is this actually? This is someone from Discord, right? Oh yeah, it's a Discord member. Okay, this is actually numpy get include. This not needed anymore, really? Does this not break? Double included numpy. I'm gonna try this. If things break, we will find out quickly. I'm fine with doing stuff like this because, like, I'm fine with doing this stuff because this is, like, this cannot introduce horrific, hard to find bugs. Like, if I go try this and it breaks the build, I'll just fix it. You prefer everything in H.C and HOK. The FBR, the way it works is the .c file is strictly for a standalone C demo. So if you do like bash scripts build ocean, your env name, fast or local, it builds that .c file. That .c file doesn't get touched with the Python build. Does that make sense? If you go look at like one of the sample envs knowing that, it'll make a lot more sense. I don't know what this one is. Multi-file thing. A standalone physics engine. Then just have if you want to split it up for some reason, you can have multiple .h files, right? We'll try this. I mean, I can easily check this thing, right? Any more of kitties? Fine. Yeah, this is fine. Little tiny little PRs. Kitty Bo's done a bunch of these little tiny PRs. I'm gonna obviously check all of them, but Convert's got an env here. Dashboard. I'll have to try this one out. Let's do a couple env PRs. Changes. We do start a review. The button. Fine. Standard. Is all correct. Whack that the batch size up by 100x. What? Oh, thank you. I didn't catch that. Thank you very much. Oh wait, why is this eval.py? There's something weird with this, right? See? Yeah. Oh, nice policy. Very good. Training speed never high enough. What is never high enough? Last. Going to be copy pasted. Fine, basic perf test. Good. Good. Get to the main meat. Why is this thing so long? We will see. SPS. 32. Uh. Do you have enough cores for what you're trying to do? You know, you can mess with it so you get however many cores you have, you should be able to get it pretty close to like num cores times speed per core. Um, can you do this? Wait. What happens if you put a comment after pound define? Okay, so it's fine. Stuff. Ah. Probably not a running. Where would it be used? Well, have you tested to see if you're getting benefits? Like our typical multi-processing backend, you don't need to do multi-threading yourself. If you had finished and PR'd any of these M's, like you'd have access to one of our boxes by now. And then you wouldn't have this problem because our boxes are way faster. One like big chunky env is enough to get access to a box or like a few, arcadey style envs. If you do like one big, like one chunky env, now the code actually has to be like good, obviously. I mean, the main thing is just like keep the damn code simple, don't submit AI generated crap, and like don't overcomplicate stuff. Production ready environment. Using them just to troll a production-ready environment for Puffer M dash. I honestly don't know half the time when I'm dealing with like devs that have been writing code for 15 years and devs that have like been writing code for a year or two. I write the same critique regardless, and we just see how that goes. Yeah, so this is a little bit over modularized, I would say. It's not terrible. It's a little over modularized for my tastes. It's like simultaneously over and under, I'd suppose. Like the fact you have like stuff like this inlined, but you're modularizing stuff like this. See these obs. Okay, so you can observe yourself. Observe the ball, X, Y, V, X, V, Y. And the opponent. I wonder if I should start grading environments. I could start ranking environments by how clean the code is. I might add it at some point. I'd have to, the only thing is I would have to add something to the website, right? It would only just be something on the website. I don't know, I'd probably rank them like, you know, bronze, silver, gold, plat, or something. Diamond. Bronze, silver, gold, plat, diamond. hackathon for PufferLib. Dude, that's just every day. Why don't you host a competition? Because I hosted many of those during my PhD, and I've got PTSD from all the organizational crap I had to do for competitions. I could hold a game jam type thing, though. I don't like everybody works on same end. Yeah, you're probably right, Jess. Um, but like, I'm not gonna delegate ranking environments now, am I? The only person I would trust to maybe do that correctly would be like Spencer. Because Spencer like started off submitting some god awful code and now he writes really good code. Like probably the worst and a couple of the best environments in PufferLib are both Spencer's. Oh yeah, Bet can definitely organize. Bet definitely can't grade code though. Like Bet's a relatively new programmer. Maybe 2 years now. Programming is hard. That shit just takes forever to learn to do well. Like honestly, learning to be a good programmer without like an actually good mentor is just awful. Like so freaking hard. And the thing is like most of the teaching and like just most of the information out there for programmers is just horrible. I mean, it's like the thing though with what I do with puffers, it's actually very simple to learn, right? Like if you just listen to the feedback I give you on stuff, like on your code, and like you at least try it and then ask questions if you're like, well, why would I do this or whatever, like you will go very far. You might end up getting like so good that you start disagreeing legitimately with stuff I tell you, but like at least you'll get to that point, right? If you're newer. Um, can do this, I guess. I hate the syntax, but it's okay. Honestly, like, Python is a good first language. There's a lot of just bad material, though, out there in it. But yeah, I definitely, especially for, like, younger people, yeah, Python's a good first language. The one thing that's, like, really annoying, though, is, I honestly find the Raylib Python bindings harder to use than the native C API. Actually, so if you're gonna do graphics, the C style API for Raylib in Python is not bad. There are two different APIs. There's like Ray and there's PyRay. The PyRay one is really bad. The C style API that's a lot closer to what the C code looks like is actually better and it's more stable as well because like you don't have to do these weird you don't have to like come up with weird objects for stuff, right? Like things just work with tuples and lists and the data structures you'd expect. I'd give this one like a silver if I were rating environments. For 240 LP. Hey, that's higher than I am in league, alright? I am hard stuck bronze. And literally the only way I'm getting out of there is if everyone stops banning Lux. At least I got out of iron. Uh, the only games I am very good at are MMOs. Gold, platinum quit. Look, I just have feet for hands, okay? That's it. Yeah, but the thing is, it's very hard to maximize value when you like are below the minimum required mechanical skill. That's the hard thing with games. There's a minimum mechanical skill requirement, right? Whereas he's an iron. I see some crazy stuff there, man. Like I literally had a game with a Thresh support that just kept chucking his lantern at the enemy like it was an attack. Hmm, it's a bit harder than that. Mhm. Let me finish this review. End runs fast where you still consider it bad code. Oh, there are tons of those, right? If anything, that's like the most common case. I mean, the best one of those is like triple triad, right? First M Spencer submitted. It's fast, but it's like quad pointer nonsense. That whole thing could be a fraction of the length that it is. This here, right? Like, this is probably fast, but this is like a silver. Maybe gold. Maybe gold. Yeah, see, this is super sketchy. Did you repeat the... You didn't repeat this. Okay. Top 3 to 5 mistakes. If you just mean pure style mistakes, splitting out crap you don't need to split out. Um, redundant deep nested logic, like not like, if X, if Y, if Z, instead of like if not X, return, if not Y. So like redundant nesting of logic, and then not using temp variables to make like not using temporary variables to reduce like big checks and like big blocks of conditionals and stuff like that into something more readable. I'm gonna do one more, I think. I don't think Overcooked's gonna be too long, right? Yeah, this is too long. 104. Wait, what the hell? Is this just gonna be graphics? Yeah, it's graphics. But still, this is gonna be too long for me to review right now. Rewards in the config. Um, so if you have a reward function with multiple components, then it should, like, the component weighting should probably be configurable so that you can sweep them. Unless you are reproducing like an existing env that has a fixed reward structure, then it doesn't need to be. Still long env. Okay, fair critique. Not the solution, but fair critique. Is this thing done? Is Kinvert here? Is this thing done? Oh, pretty. I like this. Fuel. How the hell do you need this many defined done? Well, I want to know how the hell you need this many different reward coefficients to make this thing work. If it seems to behave worse in the pure C, then the network is different. There's a difference between the network, how it's being executed in C and not. What that means. So that's reasonable stuff to do, but like, how is this environment that hard? You should see the hackathon one. Still pretty bad. What do you mean? That's different, isn't it? The stuff you're doing for hackathons very different, right? Let's see what you've done here. I've looked at your code before, right? I think I have. I think your code's usually pretty good. Oh, then you probably have it at like way too high FPS convert. PX. Why are these float stars? Yo, convert. Why are these all float stars? Aren't these just floats? Multiple targets. Target X, target Y. Okay, I see. That's fine then. Is this a correct scale for velocity? Well, Jess, one of the main things in my programming guide, it literally says don't use cursor. Yeah. Get rid of prints before merge. Okay. Well, I'll go through and like I'll look at this here at least. Since this one's actually pretty chill to look through. Like the gestalt of this overall is good. This is like, yes, you actually fucking listened to the or read like other M's and the way we do them and attempted to match it. This is good. I'll even forgive the inline if statements here. VS Code ain't any better. Well, not having shitty AI be part of your day-to-day is better than having it. So, it's better in that sense. You're perfectly free to come over to NeoVimland if you want as well. That's not remotely required, mind you. The only thing I say is don't use an AI first editor. For aesthetics. You're telling me you don't have any of the actual cursor AI stuff on? If you don't actually have any of the AI stuff on, then fine. No, it's literally a fork of VS Code. Of course it's going to be basically the same. Mm, I don't know, I use Sublime for a bit. If you're gonna use something minimal anyways, you may as well have it run in your terminal. It's really nice not to have to do anything extra to have your whole dev environment just work over SSH. Honestly, not bad. Probably like Plat. Hey, Wayne. I started a few and then I've been doing a couple little PR reviews. Oops. Hang on, guys. Advertising. Wrong with my code? Just tried playing against it myself and watched the AS Queen jump over its pawn like a knight. Yeah, well, that is why we use games, because you can play them. Video recommended time to remake in Puffer. You absolutely can. I would go with the Madrona. That would actually be a very impressive thing if you did. I wouldn't necessarily go off of their original source. I would look at the Madrona version of the env. I think you could totally get like a million step per second version of that in Puffer. If you could actually replicate that paper, that would be a really big thing. That'd be like a hard project. About on your 4090. No, I mean like just the M speed of a million steps per second. Like on one core. You should be able to have the env be that fast. It's really basic physics. Yeah, on the higher end cores, right? Does it make sense 2D FBR? I guess it does, except for the ramps. All right, I went through this, so yeah, convert, pretty good env. Um, fix the what is it? Oh yeah, there's nothing really to even fix. But like, yeah, let me know if this is ready, and I'll get this merged in. Maybe recolor it so it's not so blindingly bright. Otherwise, it's good. All right, let's go see what gotten over here. What the heck? Eh? What did I do? It wasn't supposed to go like this. I mean, it runs. What's happening? Why is it? That doesn't make any sense to me. Not let me do this. Go. Dark mode is just nighttime. We kind of have a vibe to the puffer thing, right? We kind of have like a vibe for most of our M's. Mostly blue. Kind of Tron when we need a second color. You know? Get a vibe we tried to stick to. Why are all these steps like this? So weird. Just like super weird. Oh, it must have been timeout, right? Would that make sense? That it like timed out? It would, right? And it would do it in like... Interesting. So I was gonna do 10 mil time steps. And lo and behold, the 10 mils over here. This is actually a good result because this is a 4 mil. Yeah, it's actually a good result. Hmm. We could simply go grab these hypers and see if they work, right? See if I can do that real quick. I'm so hungry. Okay. See, I can just do it this way. There we go. Way nicer, right? And this. Crazy high learning rate, right? Holy, look at this. Num mini batches is 4. Oh, actually not bad. It's like 1 sample reuse. Okay. Crazy atoms. Actually, did we get a reply to this? This is supposed to be a 4 million step solve, huh? Let's see. $4 million step solve. Hello, Spencer. I would have to hop off of the stream. Let me think. Is like in an hour good? I'm kind of just finishing up all these experiments and stuff so we get some progress on our hyperparam stuff today. Oh yeah, I forget there's a time change. Wait, my bad. That's gonna be like at a stupid hour for you, isn't it? That's gonna be like right during dinner. Yeah, I suppose I can go do that, man. Yeah, that's the right paper. The ETU one. Yeah, I can do now, Spencer. No, that's fine. It's probably a fine thing to do now. So, folks, I'm gonna go chat with Spencer for a bit about some work stuff. I might come back for like an hour stream. I might not. We'll see. But folks have been tuning in. Are the repo? All the codes here. Oh, look, 3.4K. Puffing up. Join Discord if you want to get involved, and then all of my content, educational and